We made this easy, but no matter how difficult or tricky the question, this year's 2K TV Interactive Wizard answered correctly. So congratulations, Radiant Bowl 8965.
And finally, you voted, and now it's time to reveal who you chose to receive the coveted title, Top Play of the Year.
Over the last 7 seasons, you submitted your plays. The best were up for a community vote, and it all comes down to one.
All the way back from season 1, your top play of the year goes to Tracy McGrady.
The winner of seasons 1 through 3 was Tracy McGrady in the theater, launching for a 360 slam with their launch day build. An amazing play from the early days of NBA 2K25.
And the Kings preparing for this road contest as they get off the bus. A group that is ready for tonight's challenge. Put down the candy and get ready for basketball. It's Halloween night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Then it's Malik Monk. Then there's Zach LaVine. And for Portland, Scoot and Sharp are the backcourt set. Denny Avdia out there with Klingon, and it's Thibault in at the 3, the small forward. Well, Grant, to be here for some horrifying hoops on Halloween. You like that?
I do. That's pretty good, man. What could be scarier than losing on Halloween? Looks like a lot of the fans showed up with their Halloween spirit, so it should be fun for everyone choosing to spend their evening with us.
And so off the tip, it's the Trailblazers. Now Henderson. From 11 feet away. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Anytime Henderson can't get to the rim, that mid-range jumper is always there.
Pass to LaVine. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Henderson misses. Monk against Sharp. And it's Monk, that time on the assist by Murray.
Yo, what a dime from Murray. You love whenever he looks to get his guys going.
Pass to Sharp. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Here's Klingon. Goes up with it again. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards and one trip down the floor.
As usual, terrific effort from him. Unwilling to let the possession go to waste.
Offensive board. Sabonis can't hit.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Sharp passes to Avdia. Puts up a 3. First shot won't go.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Down low. Thibault against LaVine. Here's McCormick. He had 25 points in his last game. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Sabonis. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Prolific on the glass. I mean, Sabonis turning that board into points.
Pass to Klingon. Henderson outside. Outside Thibault. Tipped away. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Sacramento shooting their first free throws of the game now.
Malik Monk, 2 shots.
This one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Pass to Thibault. Out to the wing. Here's Klingon. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game. The Kings leading, and you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Greg.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level. Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Well, the truth is, Stan, you lose a franchise legend like Damian Lillard, it really changes your identity.
Oh, it does, Brian. Their offense ran through Lillard for over a decade. Last year was almost a total reset. Now someone has to step up and be that guy.
And there's the drive. Lets the 3 fly. And Monk is good for 3. Monk's got 7 points in the game.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Sharp. Thibault on the wing. And there's a 3-second violation. All right, let's take a quick pause and look at the best shooting teams from last season. In third, the Kings.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
Levine passes to Sabonis. Portland with a rebound. Klingon's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Thibault. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. The Kings lead by 5. Here's McCormick. No made baskets yet. Here's Levine for 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Outside Thibault. Pass to Klingon. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That'll belong to Domantas Sabonis.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Portland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Klingon, 2 shots.
And he makes the first. The Kings making a switch here. And that's good as he hits both shots. Here's McCormick. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, J.B. Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. He's been working with his assistant coaches, trying to devise a way to contain Zach LaVine. His ability to play well above the rim, coupled with the deep range, makes him a unique challenge to defend. They're going to try to keep him off balance by showing him different looks. Brian?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's McCormick. Back to Murray. Pass to Levine. It's Monk on the wing. Guarded by Sharp. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Now here's Henderson from the arc. And Sharp the bucket on the assist by Henderson.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Here's McCormick. No points so far. On the wing, Levine. Let's go with a three, and another Sacramento three.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Henderson, the pass to Sharp. Knocks it loose, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Sharp. And the Blazers making a change here. Ayton's checked in.
DeAndre Ayton.
Levine against Thibault to the middle. McCormick, the pass to Monk. Here's McCormick. Launches a three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Ayton. Avdia outside. This one for three. He's off on that one. The Kings lead by 10. To the paint. Here's Murray. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Now a timeout called by Portland. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
One thing we saw from them that game, and we see it around the league, an over-dependency on the three ball.
That shot, the three, is very volatile. On games when it's fallen, you can beat anyone, but when you're leaning on it and you go cold, tough sledding.
For the Blazers, Williams is checked in for Avdia. Whitehead comes in for Thibault, and Anthony Simons subbed in for Sharp. Inside. Monk against Simons. Can't hit from in close. The Kings lead by 12. To the inside, Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Simons against Monk. Simons has the open look. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Right side Murray. Pass to McCormick. Fires the three. Williams grabs the board.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Whitehead passes to Henderson. Simons with it. Shot clock at 6. Another miss by Simons.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
So it's Portland now. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. They get it back. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Good cleanup there by Ayton, using his reach to get the rebound and finish the job.
Outside for Levine. No good from outside.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
On the wing, Simons. From deep. Again, Simons missing.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
And it's Whitehead with a rebound. Blazers trail by 14. Down low. Here's Ayton. Soft touch off the glass. Ayton's got his second basket.
Yeah, when you let Ayton get the ball close, it's over. DeAndre is just too skilled.
Left side, Levine. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
McCormick.
Here's McCormick. The shot. Again, the miss by the Kings.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Here's Henderson. Sacramento grabs the miss. They come into this one having outplayed the Thunder in their last game.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
Simons outside. Off target at the rim.
They're still looking for his first bucket. You can't put all their struggles on him tonight, but he's been brutal.
Murray. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Or at least the... he was going for it. He got to the ball just a moment late.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. It's a 16-point game. And that one is stuffed right through.
The vertical of Simons getting all the way up to the rim.
Sacramento has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer. The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Here's Whitehead. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Simons. And the layup is good.
Just 2 for 8 shooting early on. Maybe that hoop will help build some momentum.
Here's Ellis. He's covered by Simons. McCormick can't hit. Blazers trail by 14. 1:03 left now in the first quarter. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Defense should know Williams won't ease off you. He'll take his motion into coverage.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Ellis, defended by Henderson. Pass to Ellis. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. The 3-ball. And it's Laravia missing. Portland has gone 1 for 5 from 3-point range. A cold start. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
To the paint. Here's McCormick. No luck on that one. Ayton with the defensive effort. Simons outside. Pass to Whitehead. Releases. Here's Ayton. Zach LaVine. He's been the... guy making things happen for the Sacramento Kings. He put together 10 points in the quarter. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
Sharp teams with Thibault on the perimeter. DeAndre Ayton's out there with Denny Avdia. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group for Portland starting the second.
Well, this is what they want from Ayton. Played big.
McCormick good.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Blazers trail by 15. Simons outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap quickly.
Now here's Simons, coming off a 22-point game against Dallas.
Yeah, he did a great job attacking the defense and getting to the line. That kind of aggression goes a long way.
Off the mark there with a three. The Kings lead by 15. Here's Ellis, still without a bucket. Here's Laravia. The jumper from the wing off target.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
Up top, Thibault. Outside, Sharp. With the drive. Avdia from outside. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
Sabonis' shot is off. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Out to the right wing. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. All right, now that we have a break, let's take a look at which teams capitalized from the line last season. Fourth, Sacramento.
It's one thing to be aggressive getting to the line, and last year they made good on the opportunities when they presented themselves.
Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. Simons outside. And Avdia with the basket on the assist by Simons. Avdia's got 5 points in the quarter.
Great use of the bounce pass there. You gotta love that.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Stan, you were a longtime coach in the NBA, one of the most demanding jobs on the planet. Just how much is required time-wise from an NBA coach?
Well, it's a lot of time. I mean, it's all day, every day, 7 days a week in season. But look, let's put it in perspective. It's not like we're out there running a jacket.
Now that's a visual I'd like to see from you, Coach.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Levine. Sabonis controls the rebound and the putback. Sabonis has got 6.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. Now here's Simons. Pass to Thibault. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Monk with it. Here's McCormick. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Sharp. Avdia from outside. Again, the miss by Portland. Sacramento leading by 15. To the middle. Here's Monk. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Now here's Simons. Defense is right there. Outside Thibault. Back to Simons. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. He's got 6.
Textbook pick and roll. Simons is a natural at running these sets.
McCormick can't hit. Blazers trail by 15. Simons outside. Pass to Sharp. Here's Klingon. He's guarded by Sabonis. It's deflected. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. Timeout called. Portland.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
So the Kings making a change here.
Youth dance team.
Sacramento on D. A 17-point lead, their biggest. Got it. 2 for 5 now.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
Inside, Avdia with a steal. Now the Blazers on the move. And he lays it in on the break. Avdia's got 7.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Sacramento shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. And the first one at the line is good. Scoot Henderson's checked in for Portland.
2 shots.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
And it's Thibault missing. Sacramento leading by 14. Down low. Here's Sabonis. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Domantas Sabonis.
Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Williams is checked in for Portland. Whitehead comes in for Thibault. Outside Levine. Lots of room. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
And you got to give Levine a lot of credit. He's cleaned up that jump shot since getting drafted back in 2014.
Now here's Williams. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Sabonis. Carter inside. Defended by Henderson. Here's Levine for 3. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Well, he's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
Henderson, the pass to Avdia. Here's Whitehead. Pass to Sharp. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And the dunk by Levine.
Well, we've seen Levine put up 25-plus per game for a season. This guy is on the short list of the best wing scorers.
Now here's Avdia, guarded closely. Williams up top. 6 to shoot. Can they get it? Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. Sacramento leading by 22. To the middle. And Sabonis slams it in.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Timeout called. Portland.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
He's checked in for Avdia. And a new group getting ready for the Kings. Kings on D. Henderson outside. Portland, no good that time either. Sacramento in total control. Outside Carter. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
And when you're trailing in a game, it can be tempting to try to go for the big play.
Henderson against Carter. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Henderson against Carter. Back to Henderson. Back to Sharp. 4 on the clock. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Sharp grabs the miss. And the Trailblazers shooting just 34% so far in this one. Whitehead passes to Ayton. Crafty move. And the layup is up and in. Ayton's got 8.
Yeah, you expect this from Ayton. For him to shrug off contact inside and power his way to a bucket.
Now here's Monk. He's got 11. On the wing, Murray. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Give him 8 points now.
That's why he was a first rounder. Murray's showing he can score it. I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Monk against Sharp. Monk passes to McCormick. 20 feet out. Gets a hand on it. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And you have to appreciate the heart they've shown on the offensive boards this quarter.
1:19 left to play in the second quarter. Henderson, the pass to Whitehead. And here's Ayton. Now here's Williams. Defended by Murray. 11 feet out. No good, off the front rim.
Textbook defense on display. That's exactly how you guard against the jump shot.
Well, good footwork, good assertiveness, able to put a ton of pressure on the shooter.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage. Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
Yeah, and that was a big-time flush. I love whenever Murray takes flight like this.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Pass to Aiden. 34 seconds left in the first half. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Monk against Sharp. Monk passes to Murray. Up top, Carter. Right side, Monk. From 20 feet. Portland with a rebound.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Pass to Aiden. Here's Williams. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Sacramento Kings with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks, DeMontis. Thus far, more success than your last game. What improvements have you made?
We're trying to come out from the get, trying to get under them. Last game, we played very loose. Coach was like, good teams are just going to torch you out there. So our mentality today was really pressure.
Got to keep it loose. Thanks, DeMontis.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds. Taking a look at the Kings, Kenny, what'd you think?
The work they put in on the glass has been the difference maker. Truly an all-hands-on-deck attack. Give them credit for being the more aggressive team. Rebounding is one of the stats that sometimes gets overlooked, but not tonight.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the half. They're getting pushed around, not protecting the rim, allowing easy looks. That's the kind of D I love to face. I've had at least 30 by now, guys.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we're ready to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. Boy, Zach LaVine has been sensational.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Taking a look at the Kings. The duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then it's Malik Monk. LaVine, good.
3 points.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Here's Klingon. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Now here's Murray. LaVine surveys the D. Over Henderson. Shot by LaVine, no good. And the Trailblazers shooting around 35% from the field so far.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Here's McCormick, defended by Henderson. McCormick, the pass to Levine. Launches it. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists tonight.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Now here's Henderson. 9 points in the game. Klingon. They shoot again. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That'll belong to Domantas Sabonis. Portland shooting. Their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy.
At the line for 1.
And the free throw, no good. Blocked! Left side Sharp. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
At the line for 1. Sharp.
And another exciting young player from Canada. Shaden Sharp is an elite athlete, and his overall skills are really improving.
Here's McCormick. He's got 5. Outside Monk. Fires the 3. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Optia outside. The offensive rebound. Can't get it to drop.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Here's McCormick, defended by Henderson. Avdia against Murray. Over Avdia. He got a piece of it. Henderson outside. Drives to the hoop. The rebound by Black Hole. For Sacramento, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. To the inside, McCormick. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. He's had a few chances at the line. 1 of 3 in the game. Timeout called. The Kings.
The Kings. Timeout. Who wants a free t-shirt tonight? Let him hear from you. Well done, everyone.
And now looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here's a view of which teams last year got after it with their shot blocking. The Trailblazers in 5th.
They had the bodies and the energy needed to be a strong defensive team, and they made it hard for opponents to do damage.
Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. The Trailblazers have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. Pass to Klingon to the left wing. Henderson for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Henderson's got 12 points.
Yeah, he's so quick to react. Henderson has the shot lined up before the ball even gets to him.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit. Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Henderson.
Well, Sharp's primary focus is scoring, but if a guy is totally open, he'll make the right pass.
McCormick, the pass to Black Hole. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And here's Simons. He's got 6. And down it goes. 2 points. Klingen's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
McCormick, the pass to Levine. On the wing, Murray. Back to Levine. And Levine throws it down.
And you can see Murray is getting more comfortable running the two-man game.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. To the paint. Here's Klingen. Rebound by Sacramento.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
And they're running. Here's Avdia. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Here's McCormick. He's covered by Simons. The fader. And Klingen pulls it down. Klingen's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Pass to Avdia. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Black Hole's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's McCormick. Takes the 3. Simons with a rebound. Coach, you talk about guys who are always upping their game. How about Anthony Simons?
Well, Brian, I feel like he's one of the truly under-the-radar scorers in this league. He's put in a lot of time and work, never satisfied with himself or his game, and he just keeps getting better.
Here's Murray. Portland making their last shot. Here's McCormick. 9 points in the game. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. McCormick's got 11 points.
The defense tightens up, so he adjusts. Nice play.
Outside Sharp. Thibault against Levine. 6 on the shot clock. From 13. And it's Simons missing. For Sacramento, they've gone 8 of 13 in the second half. Levine passes to Black Hole. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. Levine's got 3 assists now in this one. Simons with it. He has 6. Looking to get it going. Second chance effort. Klingen's shot is off. Sacramento has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. Levine against Thibault. Levine can't hit. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 37% since the beginning of the third quarter. Here's Thibault. Up and in on the layup. Thibault's got 4 points in the quarter.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
Here's McCormick. Here's Black Hole. Misses in close.
Great anticipation defensively. I love how he turned an easy look into a difficult play.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
Now here's Thibault. Fires it. The rebound by Black Hole. Black Hole's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Inside. Murray's shot is good. 12 points for him.
You're roughing Murray up a little in there, but he's built to take punishment and can still deliver.
It's Sharp with the drive. Shot's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Trailblazers as Portland retains possession.
Portland ball. Substitution on the court.
Simons finds Williams. Monk against Thibault. Driving in. Got a hand on it. Here's McCormick. Shoots over Simons. McCormick can't hit. McCormick's gone, just 1 for 4 so far. Here's Simons. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul.
And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Portland Trailblazers. On Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in San Antonio, going up against the Spurs. And then on Tuesday, they'll be facing Bradley Beal and the Phoenix Suns.
And that game against the Grizzlies, that's a contest that I'll keep an eye on. That'll be the 5th time they take it to the floor, and they want to get off to a fast start this year.
He does not get the second one.
Well, a former late first-round pick in 2018, Simons continues to prove the doubters wrong with his fantastic scoring ability.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Now here's Simons. He's covered closely. Outside Thibault. The putback. It's good on the putback.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Aiden beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
Here's Ellis. Still no points. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Now here's Simons. He's got 7. From the elbow. Here's Ayton. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Well, there's a reason Ayton has a high field goal percentage every year. He typically takes shots he knows he can make. Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Got it. Good job in the low post. Simons has got 9.
Wow, fancy stuff from Anthony Simons.
Down low. Here's McCormick. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Pass to Williams. 1:27 left in the third quarter. Simons outside. Another miss by Simons.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Ellis passes to Monk. And stolen by Williams. Outside Thibault.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Henderson's checked in.
Down the lineup for your Trailblazers, Henderson.
And 1:01 left to play in the third. Here's Thibault. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
Malik Monk picks 1.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
At the line for Portland.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Kings.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic. He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
There's 48 seconds left in the third. Pass to Williams. Up top, Thibault. Now here's Henderson. 5 to shoot. And there's the lob. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Here's McCormick. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Now Henderson. 1 second left. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Sacramento just dominating the opposition as they maintain a 36-point advantage. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Robert Williams out there with Williams. And it's McGowan's in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Will stand the minimum games threshold for postseason awards. It seems to be working as a motivator.
Well, especially, Brian, because those awards can impact player contracts. So that benchmark, 65 games, about 80% of the schedule, that's a bar that players are looking to surpass.
Do you like the 65 games, or would you like to see a different number?
I mean, I think it's great. If anything, I'd like to see it higher.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Pass to Q. Now Williams. Here's McGowan's. Here's Kamare. Takes a 3. Knocks down the long J. Kamare's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Sacramento has gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. Ellis passes to McCormick. Here's Norris. Williams grabs the board. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Stripped it away. In transition, here they come. Ahead. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
Here's McGowan's. And he makes it.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
For Sacramento, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Ellis passes to Norris. Can't get it to fall. The Trailblazers shooting just 37% in the game. Here's Q. Coach, what's the challenge of NBA travel like?
Well, look, all of us in the NBA just have to come clean on this. We travel on first-class charters. We're taken care of as well as you can possibly be taken care of. It's just that there's a lot of travel in an NBA season, and if you're on the coast, you probably feel it a little bit more even than the teams in the middle of the country.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Timeout call, Sacramento.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
And that one misses.
They've had problems at the free throw line, especially since halftime. They're lucky it hasn't cost them.
And he jams it home with authority.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Ellis. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Avdia from outside. Portland, no good that time either.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's Kamari. Outside, Williams. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Williams defending. To the inside. Oh, it's stolen away. Now the Blazers moving it up. Fires from deep. Kamari, no good. The Kings have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Out to the right wing. Here's Norris. Here's McCormick. He's off on the layup. Portland has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. To the middle. Banked it in off the glass.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
So it's Portland now. The Kings getting their last shot to go. Avdia. And it's going to be a goal. Sending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
And Sacramento making a change here. Here's McCormick. No good with the finger roll. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Good on the shot.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's McCormick. And one of the findings in a recent league report, Stan, back-to-backs, not a major risk for injury, it seems.
Well, you know, Brian, I had a player that I greatly respected tell me that his preference would be to play 41 back-to-backs during the year because then you get 2 days off in between games. That really what was harder was playing every other day and never getting a break of a couple of days. So, look, you have to play through a lot of different situations and things, but I think back-to-backs are certainly overestimated.
Interesting. Something to consider for sure. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Oh, swiped away. And they're pushing it up. Levine passes to McCormick. Pass to Norris. Clock at 6. Shoots. And the jumper falls for him. Norris has got his first points of the game. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. To the right side. Here's Kamare. Here's Williams. That one falls.
We're collecting plenty of second chance points this half. That alone can keep a team in a game.
Here's McCormick. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Stan, there are lots of loud arenas in the NBA. What was the toughest place for you to win?
Well, Brian, it was against whoever had the best players on the other side.
Stan, as a coach and now a broadcaster, you've gotten to visit all the great cities the NBA has to offer. Can you give us a favorite?
So, Brian, you're going to try to get me in trouble here. I'm going to give you one city and offend 29 other fan bases. Not a chance. I love all the NBA cities.
Not like you not to take a stance.
Portland foul.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Personal foul.
First free throw's good.
Shooting for Sacramento, Norris at the line for 2.
Good on both. Now here's Sharp. Abdi outside. To the inside. Count it. Abdi has got 6 in the quarter.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Here's McCormick. He's covered by Simons. Here's Klingon. And he banks in the layup.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Good work there as it goes. McCormick's got 12 points in just the second half.
All of a sudden, he's balling. Halftime adjustments successful so far.
Simons outside, and they call an illegal screen here.
Well, guys, if you want to know why the score is what it is, look at their turnovers this quarter.
Robert Williams checked in for Portland. Here's Laravia. Williams defending. McCormick good.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
Now here's Sharp. Second chance shot. Rebound by the Kings. Next up on the schedule, the Clippers. That'll be a home game. And that kicks off a string of 3 home games for them. Out of bounds, it'll be Trailblazers ball.
Blazers ball.
Portland has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. More and more, we're seeing international play. Players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against good competition at that age.
And the Kings call time here. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Zach LaVine.
He has truly put on a show out there tonight, tearing it up on both ends of the floor. So impressive. And the other squad has looked helpless to stop him.
I'll tell you, this is the kind of game you love to have from your role players. Putting up big numbers, filling in the gaps, and supporting your squad out on the road. He's off on the first. And the second free throw is good. Here's McCormick. Pass to McCormick from behind the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Klingen's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Outside Sharp. Simons outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. Here's Klingen. That shot missing. Sacramento has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. McCormick, the pass to McCormick. Here's Blackhole. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Seen that play develop ahead of time. Hits his man in stride.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Sharp. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Showing off some playmaking abilities with the pick and roll. I know Coach likes seeing this from Sharp.
Here's McCormick. He's covered by Simons. Inside. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. McCormick with a rebound. McCormick's got 5 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Here's Norris. And he makes it on the layup.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Kings.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Zach LaVine.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Here's McCormick. Pass to McCormick. Six on the shot clock. McCormick, the pass to McCormick. Buries it from 3.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Now here's Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Kept alive. Here's McCormick. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.